fast, oh, no, no.
I don't get a lot, God do it. And I don't pay my rent, God do it. There be one for my hand, but God do it. There be one keep my joy, but God do it. I say anything them do, now God do it. No, now God do it. No, now God do it, no. Anything them do, now God do it. No, now God do it. No, now God do it, no. I don't change my name to God you win. I no more, I don't buy more to God you win. They say my market no go sell, but God you win. And then me say I no go blue, but God you win. Them my brother, let them try their luck, my God you win. No, my God you win.
From the CEO to the major organization, can I tell us about Metataz? And why
let's just do a self
and why the
introduction
that we are having.
Okay, yeah. Good. Trisonet, we say, pay my child school fees. Yes, I know. I just want to use the Trisonet, pay my child school fees. Trisonet, my financial freedom. I am Ambassador Salami Said Oladimeji by name, popularly called Tinkridge. It's really an honor to have our CEO, the CEO of Trisonet Metaverse Community in Ogun State, and at the moment we are at the Arcade Palace here to have one-on-one with the KBAC, to let the KBAC to know about this project in Egbaland and Ogun State in general, and also an honor to have the press to know about what this project it's all about, you know? So yes, and tomorrow, by the special grace of God, where this company is going to host all the ballet in Ogun State for them to know about what Trisonet is doing for infants and adults, and perhaps Ogun State we want to take the opportunity to the next level. And I have beside me here Mr.
Isaiah Manuel.
Isaiah.
Yes.
The name, sir? Udeme Basi. And our CEO, sir?
My name is Happiness Etu.
Okay, so
Etu.
Happiness Etu, UK.
Yes. Yeah.
So the media would like to hear from you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone present here. Just as we said, today we are here to talk about the metaverse, and then in this part of the world, I think we really need to dip our hands into the cloud, because from the fundamental of the world, God gave us 4 different environments to really tread on. The first one was the earth, the second one water, the third one the cloud. I think in this part of the world we've been able to also dominate the water and the earth, but we never really get to the cloud. When something like web came out, we first of all have web 1.0, which we were just allowed to read the web, and then as time goes on, web 2.0 now came up, and then we were allowed to participate in the web, but we were participating as users, and there come what we call usernames, user this, user that. To an extent, SIM card, that is SIM card, came up, which is called Subscribers Identification Module, SIM. So making all of us subscribers, and subscribers spend money, subscribers pay, subscribers are users, subscribers are the people that suffer paying for the product. And then, but as time goes on, we now have Web 3 that allow participation. I think in this part of the world, we also dwell at read only and also participating as users, but we've not really come up to partnership version. So Web 3 give us the power to partner, and that is where we have PIM, which cannot be generally given. That is, instead of SIM, this one is PIM, PIM. Now, partnership identification model. So we now look at it that because of that, we are being cheated because we are just subscribers. We are not partners. So in 2014, by the grace of God, I stumbled into metaverse. Okay, I started reading in the metaverse, and then because of my studies in the metaverse, I came across that, okay, this is an environment to dwell and also benefit. I came across products which we are using. We didn't know they were products. Something like solar power. It's a product. And this product is just like a natural resource that we have from the earth and waters. Okay, this product, nobody produces it. It was discovered in the cloud. All right. And then introduced. And then you can also access it via subscription and payments. All right. And then airtime came also. It's also a product that is not being produced by anyone. All right. And then we have data that also come. They are not being produced by anyone. Then we also have 3D, and we have AI. Okay, before AI, we have these transmitting substances. I will explain. For instance, we have electronics, from the radio to television, phone, and the rest. All of them have what we call diode or ICs. Those ICs, there are products inside the IC. Now, these products inside the IC are helping for transmissions. All right, for instance, display. Now, that product that display is from the cloud. So they took the display, put inside the IC and cover it, and put in a phone or in any gadget. So when the IC on this gadget communicate, when the display on my hand communicate with the display in the cloud, it now display. The same thing with mouthpiece, earpiece, and the rest. So now in my study there, I discovered that these are viable products. These are products that people are making money from. And mind you, whatever that is coming from the cloud, reaching here, it will spread. All right, take for instance Apollo. Two persons brought Apollo down. The whole world captured it. All right, so data was supposed to be there free after being discovered, airtime and the rest. But do you know that they have to put a stop through technology? Then the channel for us to access it is you need to subscribe to get the channel. All right, the same thing with solar power. They now created something they call panel. You need a panel to place somewhere. From there, that panel will drag based on your subscriptions. All right, because all of us have subscription identification, either SIM card or SIM chip. SIM chip is the one you don't have the card. For instance, if you have email, you are already having SIM chip, so that kept us at the side of getting and pay, while some other person also at the side of benefiting only. In fact, from this product I am mentioning now, the people that really benefiting from this product right now, as we are talking now, they are not up to 30 in the whole world, and the whole world is giving them money. And that is why you hear that some of them built house in the cloud, and then they are now trying to go and live there. With which money? And before they allow them to build house in the cloud, they see that the whole world have seen that the security of the whole world have seen that house will never collapse because the money would not fail. So if I can build a house and money is keeping it, that means build a house in the cloud. That and they allow me. That means my money will never fail, because the day my money fails, the house there will collapse. All right. So there are people in the world today that will never contest as the president of any country. Okay, but they are making money from the natural resources that God has also given unto us from the cloud. So 2017, I discovered that I was the only one African person in the metaverse. All right. So, and then I and this person, what do you call his name? TikTok. I think we are in the same class. All right. TikTok came up with this on 2016. All right. And in 2018 they launched it for him. All right. And then I think his name was Moyin. I think Moyin. Then they launched it as TikTok. All right. And the man don't have legs. So we are in the same class. So at the end of the day, TikTok was able to also present social media. Okay, at that time they also give me the power to present social media, but I said no, I won't go for social media. Let me go for social community. And then in the community, in the metaverse community generally. Okay, before I go further, let me also tell us what metaverse is so that we will really understand where we are going to. Now, when you talk about metaverse, remove heaven. Every other place is metaverse. Do you understand what we are saying? Now, what metaverse do is that, okay, they discover those days when we were growing up, we hear about Pluto, Jupiter, planets, 9 planets or so. And then today they say we have more than 9 planets. But what metaverse do is that, okay, maybe we have mouthpiece from Jupiter, and then we have display from Mars, then we have this one from Pluto, then we have this other product from this. So what metaverse do was to capture the environment where these lucrative products are. But the people who discovered this thing, they were not capturing the environment, they were focusing on the product. So at the stage when they now have a legal proof that they are the owner of this thing, they now tell these people, yeah, stop. Do not take airtime again, do not take solar power again. They say, but this is our land. For instance, let's assume the cloud is our land. So this is our land. So they say, okay, what do? We say, we need this percentage. Do you understand? So that is metaverse. So metaverse is such a place that, oh yeah, come into the air, discover whatever you discover. Our percentage is there. All right, whether we work or we don't work, our percentage is there. So recently in the metaverse, that was 2017, or between 2017 and 2018, it was opened because studies is also going on. People are getting. We now said the whole world can come up and sue some persons for taking hold of these things. So there was a channel that is opened for regions of the world, which is each region of the world, 3 million. So 3 million persons can also get PIM. That is Partnership Identification Mode. And you can get it through connection, you can get it through, but something happens that I won 108 million units of that model. 108 million was given to me to distribute. Then what should I do with it? What do I do with it? I now turn back and look at the youth and look at the children that are coming up. Okay, because if they have one, it's enough. If adults also have one, it's enough. And it is not even allowed for people to have more than one. You need only one to make it. So once you have one, you don't need to work. You don't need to do anything to make money. While business are going on, especially all these online something are going on, you are also in money. You just need to sleep and wake up and end. All right. So because the PIM is with you, and it's not a perishable product. You may not see it with your eyes. It's a chip. You will not see it with your eyes, but it's with you. And anytime you don't want to remain in the environment, you can also still give it to us, and we give you back your money. So since I have the power to distribute 108 million units, okay, like, okay, people are calling it registration fee. It is not registration fees people are paying. People are buying a product that give them money, okay, for life. All right. And then when I saw it, I said, okay, it is part of the world. We don't have money in this part of the world. Every other places, they are selling their own very high. I said, okay, no problem. Can I help ourselves by looking for sponsors who can subsidize so that we can get it cheaper. And that is why maybe you can, with your 12,000 naira, you can get it. And what you have with 12,000 naira, wow. It's something that if we know, if all of us knows it, some millionaires will come and say, please, I will buy it at 40 million. Honestly, it's as good as that. But what I am doing, I am not also like coming up as a business person. I came up as a calling to liberate the generation I am. And then I'm not coming out for myself. All right. If it is myself, paying of school fees that we are paying today would have been Evangelist Happiness Foundation.
Yes, sir.
But it is Trisonet Child's Right to Education.
Yes,
You understand? So, because nobody will know it if I did not tell the person. They will just say, oh, Evangelist Happiness is paying, I'm not paying school fees. And I'm not paying school fees. The cloud pays the children's school fees. It's not me. It's just that I am there to coordinate it and make sure that the thing goes to the right channels. And I am faithful doing it.
Wow.
I am also, I want to also really appreciate Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, because he trained me to be faithful. I kept account with Deeper Life, all right? So as an accountant in Deeper Life, I think throughout my tenure, they have not arrested me one day. You know, so because of that, I was able to, and I am still able to make sure that what due A goes to B, what due Z goes to Z. I think that is what is really keeping me since 2014 till today.
Wow.
No police is looking for me, nobody is looking for me for anything, okay? Everybody are just benefiting and life is okay. But the problem we have is that in this part of the world, because online something came up, and then they started collecting money from people. And at the end of the day, those people that pay money, they don't get the benefit. So I came up when people decide that, hey, anything online I would never do again. I was telling God, why did you even give me this thing now? Because I can't convince the people. I have a good product for people, but the people that need this product, I cannot convince them. So I was also using my money to if I have those days, I think we used to sell it 5,000. I was securing, okay, when it is time for school fee, oh, we go and pay. People started saying, this thing is true, this thing is true. Now, everybody saw that it is true. The next thing I was hearing that was that I use children's destiny. Just because we are paying, okay, the tariff is changing that he's using children's destiny, and because nobody can pay children. But it is not me that is which business am I doing? Okay, so that is metaverse. Metaverse is an environment where people dwell in the cloud and also benefit. Now, what happened? Let us still look at like TikTok or any other social media. They would have also bring in 3 million in their platform to become beneficiaries. Then the rest of the world that click on their app to join, maybe they are all users pushing the partners to the top. Now, the metaverse is divided into 3 sections. We call it forum in the metaverse. We have basic forum, we have the middle forum, and then we have the top forum. And the top forum, you can count how many persons that is there. No, basic, middle, and top. So the top forum, you can count the numbers of persons, and the money from the whole world is going to the top. You understand? Do whatever you want to do. Sir, ma, if a door at the bank, a glass door at the bank, airport, shopping mall, anything open for you on its own accord as you are approaching the door, somebody is collecting money per each opening and closing. All right, because there is a virtue in you that comes out to open that door first. It is not that the door open. Okay, for instance, carry chimpanzee to pass there. That door will not open for chimpanzee. It is only man at that door. For instance, street light that come on itself when you get there. As that light comes on, somebody is receiving money somewhere. Now, if you want to doubt it, you can go under that light. Stop. Don't breathe. Don't do anything. Let the light come off. If the light off, blink your eye, the light will also come on. So your body movement is producing money somewhere for people. Now, let me also say this. If your nation, if your country are so faithful enough to also release what belongs to you and I, as per the companies that discovered this thing, and they say, if before you introduce this thing in our country, this is the percentage. If they give it to some of us will not need minimum wage again. Do you understand? So what we are saying is that in the metaverse, you get your rights. Whatever that is coming from the cloud that due you, you get it. According to the level you are in the metaverse. So if you are in the middle, at the lobby middle, because we have lobby stage. That lobby stage means that you want to balance up. Okay. TikTok just recently left me because I did not have finance to really go the way. Otherwise, we are just flowing at the same. TikTok left me to the top, where I am still there in the middle. But one good thing is that you cannot also become a middle dweller as an individual. It has to be a firm, a company, an organization. Okay, you will not hear Mark Zuckerberg in the metaverse, but you hear Facebook. All right, yeah. So you will not hear Elon Musk, but you will hear their companies. Okay, so that is it. Like Alibaba, which I'm following, Jack Ma Young, which I'm following. You will not hear Jack Ma Young, but you hear Alibaba group of companies. All right, so this is this. And then when I saw that, okay, what is happening in the metaverse, all right, they are creating the next world in the metaverse. We are going into the world where aviation will collapse. Why? Because as I'm talking to you here, I can be here and then talk to somebody in his parlor in America. We see ourselves face to face, and then we sign. I stay here and sign document. He signed document. We get original. I print my own. This person print his own out, and the rest. So we are in that that part of the world now. Recently, we are there now, where you mask yourself, you appear where you sign up to appear. All right, and then you see yourself. It's not mystic, but you are still there. So at that time, okay, because of the new world, it affects the youth, the children. Why? It affects them negatively because you see, like the Yahoo we are calling this in this part of the world. All of us knows what is Yahoo in this part of the world. It is all coming from the metaverse. And then even if I am a value person, but I don't have money, and then I may not be able to control my child because I do not have money. So my child can also get a laptop and look for a cheaper way to have money because the father did not have money, to take. So at the end of the day, you see children choosing their own way. So when I get into the metaverse, I now saw that for instance, Epic Games, this other one, what they are producing for the next generation is to make money, not minding the negative effects. All right. So we now get into metaverse. Okay. We can also create values inside metaverse where our children will grow up and achieve this value and also make money. Instead of going negative aspect of it to make money, you go positive aspect of it and also make money. I think that is one of our major mission of getting the youth. Otherwise, we would have brought this thing to the adult alone. But adult can also enter. But what we are saying today is this. People are saying we pay school fees, or this one happening, the other one. The school fees for the children is their own entitlement. All right, just as I said, is their own entitlement. But the people that really get benefit on this thing are the adults. Now, how come we brought in children in the metaverse? Meanwhile, in the net, tender age is not accepted. It is from 18 years. So globally, I was the only person who created a corridor in the net to keep children. globally. So, I'm person. I say, sir, you know that the more people are coming into metaverse, the more you make money. The more people are coming into metaverse, the more you make money. So, sir, why not we look at you in the next 10 years becoming the world richest person that stay for 7 years, nobody pisses? I say, yes, I'm going to give you children in my own corridor. Look at the corridor here. So, please, can you also help fund their education? So that at 18 years they move to you. At 18 years they move to you. At 18 years they move to you. At 18 years. All right. So people are just looking at me. It's not me. Okay, it's not me. It is just the little wisdom God has given to us. We just calculate it. After all, the money is there in the cloud. In fact, I made up my mind. If you give me all the oil in Nigeria, I will not take. But if you give me 1% of data in Nigeria, I will take that one. Do you understand? 1% of data in Nigeria, I will take that one. Carry your oil. I don't have anything to do with it. So the product of the cloud. Okay, for instance, let's ask ourselves a question. The driver on the road and the captain, who makes more money? Captain makes more money.
Yes, sir.
Okay, captain makes more money. And between the captain and the pilot, who makes more money?
Pilot.
So there is more money in the cloud. Do you understand me? So, and then it depends on the environment whereby you want to make money from. But negatively, they have allowed our children to really see the negative side of the cloud by defrauding people. Okay, they just get into the cloud, one side of the cloud to defraud people, but hey, I've not seen TikTok defrauding people. I've not seen Mark Zuckerberg defrauding people. I've not seen Elon Musk defrauding people. I've not seen. And meanwhile, these places, they are so lucrative. Then no African man, apart from me, came up. These lucrative places, you come in now. Go and Google it. How many countries subscribe or become a partner in the metaverse? Only 5 countries. America is there, Barbados, China, 2 other countries. There is no African country. There is no African country. So we are suffering here because people don't understand what we are. We are met with people. We are met with governors. We are met with well-meaning people. After we tell them, when we talk to them, finish. When we leave, it be as if we were throwing water on the foul back. So it's just like that. But I wish and I pray we should come to understand that cloud is a big lucrative environment, anybody at all. I bet any governor in Nigeria, I bet the president of this country to register Nigeria in metaverse 6 months if they never make the money they never make in 6 years. Generally, any state that can put their state, any governor that will be able to put the state in the metaverse, I give them 6 months. If they never produce 6 years money, okay. So this is an environment where we are ignorant of, but we are paying money to people every day. All right. For instance, the other day I bought a padlock. There was no key. They put a QR code, which I scan it. Once I scan it, I sign up. As I sign up, I choose a pin, which means I have the padlock, but the key is in the cloud. So when I come back to my house, I need to have data. I open my this thing and then I put my key. The code now unlock the padlock. So everything now is data. And mind you, if we said we don't need the cloud, there is none of us here that is not in the cloud. But majority of us, we are in the cloud as users. They will give you a room or a storage in the cloud, beginning from banks. Bank will tell you put your pin. Okay, many of us have ATM. Put your pin. That pin is the key to that your treasury in the cloud. Now, you carry cash. You put in the bank. Somebody hack you. He did not collect the cash. He collected the value in the cloud, because they have hacked you and enter your treasury in the cloud and remove the value to his own cloud. And by the time you go to the cash you put, they say you have removed your money. All right. So we are living here, but our values are in the cloud. And how many persons really control these values in the cloud? So these are problems. So I was also talking with the Commissioner of Police, Cross River State. I said, sir, time comes that we have internet police. Not just seeing a young man, a young girl with dada and tattoo, you arrest. No. Time comes that Nigeria have a room whereby if I want to start internet business, I should register there first for proper monitoring. So that they will check it from there. If my documents are not okay, then I'm not opening the business. If I open it, it's illegal. And I should be looked for by that time and get me arrested that time, because what I want to use it for is not right. All right. So it is high time even if we the adults are not there, please let's bring our children there. And then we are looking at a situation whereby the next world. I was asking some youth, have you produced your own app? You say you are an IT person. Have you gotten one app? TikTok don't have legs, but his app, nearly everybody in the world have tap on that app and become users. And some people become content creators there, which he is paying them, and they are happy that somebody that don't have leg is paying them millions of. The other day, a girl told me, sir, I just received 7 million naira this month for TikTok. So I'm looking at a situation where we should raise our children to also create something that attract the whole world. A market that will attract. What does it take? Is it not to register the app in the international market? Finish. Right now, Trisonet Metaverse community have been approved to enter international market. Which content creators, after the 3 million we are looking at, the content creators now, followers, subscribers, they will now come in on their own. We will not beg anybody to come in. By that time, they will come in their number to create content, to do this, because in our own community, everybody we do their own, we did our own different way. In fact, Trisonet is the only mega city in the metaverse, because it gives people room to dwell. For instance, by the time you log in or you want to sign in there, okay, this is the app, you open it, there will be a gate. You ring the bell, the gate will open and you enter. So once you enter, it will tell you to choose country. You can choose any country of your you like. For instance, okay, you say Australia. If a cab will come and carry you to airport, then you take a private jet to Australia. And by the time you drop there, cab will say, okay, when you come, they will take you to embassy, and then they will ask you which city you want to stay in Australia. You tell them the city, and then you choose the street and the house. The good news there is that in the physical, if you look at the one in the physical and the one in the virtual, they are the same thing. But the only thing, they are not the same person that is living there, because this other person, like this palace now, if you come to Nigerian owned, you see this palace now. This palace, the person that is in that palace might not be the person that is in the palace here. Virtually, another person is there if you are able to pay the rent to take the palace. So when you also go virtually, you choose the type of house, the type of street, the type of place that determine how much is your rent. That's why when you hear they say in metaverse you can buy land, you can buy that. Those are things. So I think we are the first people that really have accommodation. We have event centers where you can also, for instance, like mosque, churches, you can also get your church. While your church or mosque is going on, in the metaverse, it is also going on. People take enter, and you see them. They will take seat number 2, 3, 4. So you just see them sitting on your presentation. So at the end of the day, you will gather more persons globally than just 1,000 capacity. All right, so I think that is exactly what we are doing. We are trying to say that in the nearest future, Nigeria take over the metaverse. Why? We are able to campaign 3 million persons to become partners, which the 3 million eventually will become the stakeholders. So you can imagine the 20-something, I think 22 stakeholders. Then all of a sudden, 3 million move. Do you understand? So if 3 million move against 23, and then the 23, they are not from the same country. Many of them are China, many of them are. So 3 million from almost the same country move in. That place will shake.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that is our focus, and then I thank God for Ogun State, where Ogun State also accepted this. I am here to make sure that the right thing is done. 2 years ago, I was in Imo State. Okay, we went to Imo State. We were talking like this to Imorian, and then we left. So after 2 years, I went back to inaugurate our secretariat. All right. So somebody called, say, leave that man, leave those people there for one. I said, sir, 2 years ago I was in your place. We did not have anything there. But now I am coming back to inaugurate a secretariat. Then you see, so you are backward. Come up, just as I am here. I want to also make a promise that now we are smiling. By my next coming, we'll be laughing. Wow. Because I want to see that 100% of every participant are beneficiary. There is no participant that is not a beneficiary on this platform, whether the children or adults. So that is exactly what Metaverse is all about. Another thing I want to do, I still want to remain the #1 person, because if I leave it now, I will no longer be the #1 citizen. So I would like to also still remain the #1 citizen in the Metaverse, and that will be record-breaking in the world. When we started it new, we said, can anything good come out from Nigeria? We said yes. This time around, it can come. So that is where we are, and that is what we do, and that is how we do it. We don't need to work in the Metaverse to get money. We all need to be partners within the system. While business are going on, the money is dropping. And mind you, in the Metaverse, we don't share money. We share those assets. All right. For instance, the airtime. Anybody that buy airtime on our platform, we don't use BTU because we are bigger than MTN. We don't use BTU. Okay, but just our members buy 2,000 naira airtime from us. You will see that we'll give you for 1,600. MTN will never give you like that. It is our product. We are the co-owner of airtime. So they now get BTU from us. They are that MTN Glow. They are dealers. We are the co-owner. Just like my mother will carry cassava from her own farm. That is it. We carry it from our own farm. So we are the first seller to anybody who want to go and retail. Okay, so that is our position. And then we are not afraid of presenting it to people, because these are products that makes people to become very rich. So if we also get ourselves there, I don't think we have committed any crime for doing that. So that is how it is, and then we really want 3 million Nigerians, if we can, to also come in. Already we are nearly 1.6 now. Okay, remaining 1.4 for us to complete. Once we complete it, Metaverse will now accept us fully, and we launch out. Once we launch out, the next story We don't want to go there until when that time comes. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, sir. I really want to commend you for this very comprehensive presentation that you're giving us. To us. And I want to commend your courage and foresight, because it takes a man with immense courage and adequate foresight to have started the way you started, to have still keeping at it. At this point, as president, it's time for questions and answers. Because you have made the presentation, we have to ask questions for more clarity.
Go ahead.
Maybe I should start in that regard. My question is a two-in-one. The first question is that, as adults, how do they become up? What's the process of becoming a partner as an adult? And secondly, these children that you said you are paying school fees for, how do you select these children? Because I have my children in school, nobody's paying school fees, I'm still paying. So I want somebody to assist me in that.
Okay, citizenship in any country takes something from their hand. The day I was born, my father rallied around to spend money, okay, and I became a citizen of Nigeria, all right? And if I want to become a citizen of South Africa now, I will also still spend money to become a citizen, all right? There is no citizenship that is free, all right? Trisonet Metaverse community is a continent of its own. It's a virtual continent. So for you to become a beneficiary partner, something will come out of your hand, and it is very small compared to the benefit. So all you need to do is to buy one PIN, the partnership identification. Just have one. Once you have one, you are a beneficiary, you are a citizen, you are a, in short, everything is yours in the metaverse. But according to your level, because you are moving from one level to another level as well. You can ship. Okay, somebody like Masukabek, when Masukabek entered the top with 5 billion persons. 5 billion. It was 2 point something Facebook, 1 point something WhatsApp, 1 point something this. So at the end of the day, because you need to also have 3 billion to be at the top. Like when we started, we were not earning money until when we were 300,000, we begin to earn. And then when now that we are going 3 million, 3 million, it will now increase, and it will be daily. So eventually we might also go per hour, per minute. Then, but if you want to get to per second, you need to go to top to get per second, and that is for lifetime. So that is it. You need to get that product, BIM. Remember, BIM, BIM chip. It's not in card, it's cheap. You don't see it, but you have it and you see the effect of it. Okay, so that is it. And then the children also have infants PIM. All right, once they have infants PIM, automatically they will enlist them, okay, to benefit in
buy PIM for your children.
Yes, buy at infanthood. Now, how that one works is that right now we are trying to make Trisonet and school relationship, so that we have captured all the schools in Nigeria, especially private and government schools that are registered. Okay, and then for instance, this is comprehensive high school Asaba. Okay, and then this comprehensive high school Asaba has 40 children, and then 27 are senior students. Then the other one junior. So the system should be able to capture it. The school can log into their portal. They can adjust school fees. They can adjust anything. So at the end of the day, they will now, at the end of the term, before the school will resume, they have already tell us, send it to us via their dashboard. So our own is just to click a button. The school fees of that, all the children in that school are paid, and the school authority will just accept it, and then the receipt of school fees payment will now be distributed automatically to the parents or what do you call it? Guardians. So that is how we handle children.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
You have addressed my question. I don't know whether my colleagues.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. And a new one too, because you are breaking barriers, telling people what they don't know. Now I want to ask, so far, like how many children, school fees that you have paid, and what are the targets so far? I want to know the numbers of children that you have paid their school fees who have benefited from this.
Okay, sir. Right now, it is in their hundreds of thousands as of today.
And if I'm how many states? How many states?
Okay, there is no state we don't have children. There is no state in Nigeria that we don't have children. Yeah, all. Yeah.
Okay, paying the school fees between primary to secondary school, it covers from primary.
Okay, what we do, whether primary, secondary, or university, that is higher institution, provided the child is below 18 years. You understand? If a child below 18 years is in tertiary institution, we still pay their school fees. Okay, but what happened is this, not that at 18 years we stop paying school fees, because at 18 years, these children, they are already millionaires in the system. So paying them school fees is like giving a bread to somebody that have baby. You understand? So that is why we stop at 18. Some people say, hey, why not? I said, no, there's no way. They will not appreciate it again because they are all millionaires at that time.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much for your words. My question is this: how can a country be placed in this metaverse system, and what benefit does it has to offer? You said, when you were explaining the other time, you said Nigeria as a country, if we invest in this metaverse system, it has a lot of benefits to give us. Can you please highlight some of the benefits we have, please?
Okay, it's about the level of benefiting. All right. For instance, let's to partner in the metaverse. Do you understand? So, okay, recently I think Mark Zuckerberg also raised his capital to $47 billion. All right, it was $21 billion. So, the country can also come in and then invest some money. All right, and then from that investment, we now give them returns per day. Because they will start per day, and okay. So it depends on their level of partnership. Okay, whatever they do, it depends on the level of their partnership. So they can also still pass through maybe Alibaba, Mark Zuckerberg. They can also still pass through Evangelist Happiness. Could be there.
Okay, now talking about this thing. What about the level of assets that the people who know to your organization? How do people make access? Get access?
Make access?
Get access to your community or
to the community. Yeah, everybody get registered, and then a dashboard is given to them to also, it's a virtual place, to also get in there. You see virtually everything. You have your own bank, you have your own treasury, because metaverse don't understand banks. What metaverse know is treasury. So, and then treasury on your dashboard is where metaverse give you what belongs to you, your own percentage. Okay, so you don't need to do anything to get your treasury being funded. So metaverse, if you are on weekly benefit, metaverse every week, we also make sure that your own benefit comes every week to treasury. If you are on daily, it comes every day. If you are on per hour, it comes every hour. If you are per second, it comes every second. And everybody in per second get it the same time. Everything per day get it at the same time, the same minute, the same hour. So that's how it goes.
Okay, the benefits you are talking about, is it translated in money to that?
Okay, now it is not translated. All right, it is sold. All right, because this is not cryptocurrency. They are all products, but they share your own percentage. So and then you can also sell your own out. Okay, but at the point of sales, you must bring down the price because you want to sell. So somebody will buy it so as to make profit. Okay, so that is how it is.
Sir, what country does this your community intend dominating? Is it not only Nigeria or all African countries?
It is the whole world, not just African countries. We have people from virtually every part of the world. We have members right now from China. We have members from America. We have members Canada, everywhere.
Malawi.
Cameroon.
South Africa.
Okay, so how do you now go further to convince people that this is not the kind of virtual MMM?
Okay, I think I don't decide. And then this child was not also going to school at all. So the child qualified, and then our people went. So when they called, the woman said, "See where I am." They met her at home. She said, "See the child here." Our people said, "But come point a school." So the woman was shouting in the whole community. So the whole community came up. They were following and see what will happen. They said this school. They registered the child, pay school fees, buy uniform, do everything. That day, the whole community. So we are not talking too much. Do you understand? So that is how we convince people now.
You said
Abi? Yeah. I think we have up to 20 something there. Because that's where we started paying school fees.
So far,
Yeah.
schools across private and public schools.
Yes.
And currently we have two at Weko.
A child asset of 14,400 naira every week. Okay. All right. So at the end of 365 days, me, myself, I can access that money. I can run away with it. I can also deliver. Do you understand? So at that point, I begin to pay the children's school fees. So the one that qualified,
I've spent over a year.
I've spent over a year. So more are also coming in as year breaks. As year breaks, yeah. So that's how we see it.
So, but you didn't tell. My brother. Well, do what do you think is Aburo Yawo la da ma wa fe contest for the ticket ba baba e to lead the president my brother Aburo Yawo yin contest as a number one citizen as e ba mi pe chairman party state ejo ni mo be fe se o my brother ni fe ticket Aburo Yawo Aisha lose ticket APC se put in the border o le won go ibi ta date am ko politics Nigeria ba se n play se e wa ni fa buru ti ticket that go aba mi se ni fun tó bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan ẹ wá wo bọ̀bọ̀ tó lọ fún lágbára yẹn bọ̀bọ̀ ọmọ 1990 tó sọ ní túlé tó bí nígbà tó gbàjọba ìdí àgbò tó ní ìmọ̀ after tó fi ọ̀nà ìdí àgbò ọmọ tó burúkú wà lọ́wọ́ ọmọ yìí ní client ẹ̀ bá ti rí ẹ̀rí bọ̀ rí wọ́n wá ń sẹ́tù ẹ̀gbọ́n gbogbo àwọn àbúrò sẹ́tù rally flag road.
wọ́n kàn tọrọ àwọn yẹn wá.
Very wonderful.
People are going to remove it. Now, see that coin now. See what that is.
Assets.
Those coins. Buy them now. You go America, give one more do it now. $100 million, one more. That country with that. No, we do one more. Some more to 1.5. Only that one, I don't. I'm very happy.
Chief Tunji Falola, you are highly welcome, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And also, it is really a privilege and honor to have the CEO of Trisonet Metaverse community in Abeokuta, and precisely in our Ballet office. CEO, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Well
done, sir.
How are you doing, sir?
Fine, sir. God bless you.
So all other protocol duly well observed and well ascertained. Sir, I was in your house, okay, yes, some days ago, and I discussed with you on the empowerment that is going on, the child right to free education and financial support to youth, that the company wants to have a meeting with all the ballet in Ogun State, and with joy and honor you accepted the letter which we have fixed meeting for all ballet in Ogun State tomorrow at OnTech Event Center. But we see that it will be very important before that meeting for the CEO to have one-on-one discussion with you. Perhaps maybe you have one or two worries about this project that you want to be so sure before all the ballet will be present. So that is why I said my CEO should have a meeting with you at the moment. Thank you and God bless you, sir.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm so glad to meet with you in your office. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
I will not take this privilege for granted. I'm here with some of my executives. My name remains Evangelist Happiness Eto. I'm from Akwa Ibom State, from Nigeria. And then what we have right now is not coming from Oyibo country. Is locally owned here. Though the environment we are in is also the same environment every other person is also doing something in the world, which is called metaverse. When people hear free school fees to our children, they are looking at me to be the one that pay the school fees. But it is not true. We are not paying school fees to children. I am not paying school fees to children. What I actually do is that when I went into that environment and discover what is going on in the environment, we see that 99 points, as at when I entered these environments, 99.5% was negative. And this environment is the environment that controls the whole world today. The children that are coming up, they are coming into the system. We, the adults, we don't have a choice. We fuse ourselves into the system. And the system is not right because of the foundation and the people that introduce this system. So, when we see ourselves as the first Nigerian person, in fact, the first African person in that environment, we need to think the other way around. Because we in this part of the world, we believe we are from home. And charity begins at home. Whatever that happens is that we know how to respect ourselves in this country. We know how to respect elders from the family and abroad. So we will not also go in there and do the same thing that the same way Igbo people are doing things. Because right now, a child can grow up as a man, a male, and once you know something, you say, why am I a male? I'm supposed to be a woman, and he go and change himself to a woman. So the world has gone to that. And then we look at it that we can create value within this environment, and then we created a value that also we allow our children to learn good things, learn things that will make them to take over from us, both from family to the entire nation Nigeria. We will still want to have good leadership tomorrow. In our grave, we also expect them to pray good prayers for us while we rest. And these are part of the things that really trigger us into the system to make sure that we get it right. And thank God at the end of the day, we get it right. The few one we can also bring them in, teach them this value, show them this value, and then at the same time, make sure that they get little benefits within the system. Now, for instance, let me make a comparison. The environment we are in is a virtual environment, but it's just like somebody will say Africa. But this Africa now is in the virtual. Now, in this part of Africa, this physical Africa, there is no benefit. I was growing up to see my mother sometimes, once in a while, goes to the village square to take what they call essential commodity those years. She will come back with rice, salt, and some things like that. They say, government give us. But today, if they write essential commodity on the maybe internet or computer can put error because that kind of language is no longer there again. Because we are not seeing it. But what I'm saying is that government, those things were dividends of the government. So in this virtual world now, sir, we have dividends for the people belonging to this environment. So the school fees we are talking about is the dividends for the children. As many child that comes into this environment, as far as we never get the number, they are beneficiaries. Just like, oh, this is the dividend for the children, and then the dividend for the adults are there. It's a global something. Nigerian own, Nigerian region is our own, and by the grace of God, I become the only person that can also pilot the one for Nigeria. And I'm not also taking it for granted. I must make sure that the thing goes round to all over the nation. 2 months ago, some personalities came from the north. They asked me how many remain. I said they're 1.4 something. They said, please, let's have an agreement. Let the rest go back to the north. I look at it. Yes, we want the thing to complete, but we never go anywhere when it comes to, I live in Lagos. I recently, it was last year, I took it officially to Akwa Ibom State. I now went to Ondo State. Like Ogun State here, it has been very few persons, at least we Razak Agbara side. So I look at it, I said, no, this thing has to go into everywhere. Let it be that even if it is one from each state or from each local government, I know that it is one, that I will be so fulfilled that I'm not just saying, oh, since I am from Akwa Ibom, everything should come from Akwa Ibom. Or since I'm from Ogun, everything should come from South. No. Let this thing be equal to everybody, as many that can also, because it is not everybody that will be there, but 3 million must be there at the end of the day. So when I went to Cross River State, I met with the pastor in Cross River State. I didn't know he joined us since, in fact, I was surprised that he came down from Ogun State to Cross River State to take his award and the rest. I picked interest. I said, if somebody from Ogun State will come that far, let me also pick interest in Ogun State. I picked interest. I came here before, we introduced it, and then as God may have it, one of us now said, okay, I have a senior brother who we can also tell him about this thing. So they now came to him, and then they let him know this thing. He called me, we talked. He did some investigation when he never saw me face to face, and then because nobody will bring bad things and tell you that it is bad, he will still tell you that it is good. So with that level, first level of it is good, I told him it is good. Which every other person, even if I was a bad person, I would have still tell you it is good. There's no way I will tell you it is bad. So I told him on phone, it is good. There's no problem. Put your hands into it, you will never regret it. He believed me, and from that time, I think it's 3 weeks now, this is the first day we really meet ourselves, and face to face, one-on-one. And then I think ever since I met with him, I've also seen value in him. Me standing here, at least seeing me for the first time, can also read some things within my environment. Last month, I think it was last month, I buried my mother. I invited everybody in Nigeria. I said, come, people come from the north everywhere, say, see my village, see my mother's grave, see where I live in Akwa Ibom State. So I'm not a hidden person. If you Google me, even if you ask Google where I am now, Google will tell you that I am in your palace. And we have gone to that extent that we are no longer hidden person again. And anytime I came into a state like this, at least if I cannot meet the commissioner, I'll meet the assistant commissioner of police to tell him that we are here, so that we can exchange phone numbers. I can call him, he can call me. Even if anybody, I tell anybody, you don't need to look for me. You don't need to come to arrest. Just tell the commissioner that, see that you are a friend. You don't do me bad thing. Now he go invite me, come to your office, and I go carry my leg, I can come. But sir, to cut the long story short, this thing is from PCRC, and I've been a member, not just a member, a patron recently. And then it is because of the good work we are doing. When police investigate and saw that what we are doing is real, they now called me there. I needed to be awarded. I don't have much to say, sir. This is your office. You are my elder father, and I'm growing up to be a father. If I deceive my father, I don't think my mindset should tell me that I should not reach his age if I deceive a father, because from the onset we respect elders in our place. So it is my honor to come and say hello, sir, to you, and to also give you my word and a promise that nobody, when I started in 2014, I told the people that time, I said nobody will cry back home. And from that 2014 till today, nobody has cried back home. I challenge anybody that I've offended or lost his money should come out anywhere and tell me 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 till 2024, you have lost money on this platform. I challenge anybody. And also I challenge anybody who has brought person into this platform that the person say, I never benefit. It does not be. It is an environment where everybody benefits. Sir, another promise I will give you is that when he reach the time that if person enter, that person will not benefit again, we will stop. Just as we mentioned 3 million, and as we mentioned, it is counting down. As people are entering, it is counting down. Everybody will see that it remains zero. If it remains zero, even if you go there and want to enter, the system will not open again for you to enter. That is what we can carry. And that is my promise, and I'm keeping it. I will also keep it. I will continue to keep it. Our head office is at number 41 Erigmore Street, Wemabot Estate, Ikeja, Lagos. If you Google it now, it will show you. It will lead you to that place. At the back of this police station, what's the name of the police station? Man Center Police Station. So you see us there. We've been there since 2019, and we are still there. We have offices. We have offices scattered around Nigeria. Like today, we just paid. We gave 100 children nego exams. We pay exam fees for them to take exam. 2.8 million naira we just donated for 100 children in Nigeria to also take exam. That is outside what we are doing. So we are focusing to see how the youth and the upcoming children will gain a better tomorrow, instead for them to come and suffer what we suffered today. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting us. Thank you, sir.
My name is Toji Falola. I am a professional teacher.
Wow.
I've been a teacher all my life, ever before I became. So I've been living with people connected with education all my life. I was in the classroom for 23.5 years before I became a career unionist, the Secretary General of Nigeria Union of Teachers. While Sadi told me about this, will I call it a project?
Project, yeah.
Yes. I didn't so much understand it at all. What he told me was that there is an NGO going about and offering scholarship to pupils in primary and secondary schools. I think that's what he told me. Yes, I said, how does it work? In Nigeria today, Ogun State is running free education. At least for the first 9 years, it's supposed to be free. Then what scholarship are you offering when education is free? So I didn't understand it. More so when he told me that each child has to register with 12,000 naira. I said, then there's no scholarship. How many parents in our present Nigeria can afford 12,000 naira for registration simply because he or she wants his child or her child to benefit from a scholarship scheme? I said, in the end, it will tantamount to only the rich ones could be able to afford paying 12,000 naira. But when he said you people to come, I said, it's okay. When you come, I will ask, what is the nitty-gritty of this project? How does it work? How do you select the children that will benefit from the scholarship? And where do we, as buyers, come in? In fact, he told me you would want to meet all the buyers in Ogun State. I said, it's not possible. I have over 2,000 of them. I can reach all of them within 30 minutes. I've invited 1,000 to attend the meeting tomorrow. Some have agreed and some have declined. There's a message here from Ogun Water side. The leader says they will not come. And that if there's a scholarship program, let the organizers come to their own area to tell them, instead of asking them to come to the state capital. So as far as they are concerned, they are not likely to be along. You have said a lot about this group, but I still haven't heard you say anything about scholarship. Who gives the scholarship? How does it work? How does it work? So that's my first
Okay, let me answer that question. Number one, we don't select. Number one, it is not a scholarship. Paying of school fees is a right to the children. Now, if a child let the child not of this organization. Now, for instance, if Nigeria come up and say because of oil, every child in this nation is entitled to so percentage of oil money. Okay, so that child need to be alive. That child need also to be a citizen to enjoy what federal government has also approved. And that is exactly what is happening in this environment. Now, time will not permit me, sir. Because at the end of the day, if we talk about it, we say, who fund it, just as you said. All right, when we talk about fund, in every company or every continent or every nation, those continent or nation, they are not businesses, but they have money, just like Nigeria. Nigeria is not a business, but Nigeria have money. And because Nigeria have citizens, Nigeria have a lot of people coming in to do business, and they generate revenue through taxes and the rest. Now, sir, metaverse, the environment we are more populated than the whole world. The reason is this. Some people are in Facebook as a different person in the metaverse. Some people are, the same person is in TikTok as a different person in metaverse. So that same person is two. The same person is in WhatsApp as a different person in metaverse. So at the end of the day, I might be up to 10 or 15, depends on the app that I sign up. So at the end of the day, metaverse have more population. And then the more people are populated, the more beneficiaries are decreasing in the metaverse. Because at the end of the day, all of us are users. It is now that partnership come to this part of the world. All right, they have given us 3 million partnership slots. So by the time you get the partnership slot as an individual, whatever percentage that due you comes to you automatically. So the percentage that is going for the children is school fees. The percentage that is going to adult is money. Okay, so that is how it is. And then it is not something that somebody will now call person and say, hey, bring the money. No. Everybody is entitled to their own money. The only thing we do, sir, when we started new, 2017, when we started paying school fees, we took 200 children. we experimenting. We're using Unity Bank. When we bring in a child, Unity Bank will come in and open account, the bank account for that child, controlled by the parents. So that was what we're doing. And then we're paying in money into Unity Bank. So, but our children also suffer school fees drive, even when we're paying money into the designated account. So at the end of the day, we call a meeting. Parent, what happened? This one said, actually, I used the money for a particular business. They never paid. This one said, actually, I used the money to pay house rent. Okay, we say, okay. So now our children are going to go and take care of us now. We stop it. So we now take over. So that child's money belongs to that child. Belongs to that child. And that child, that money, we use it to pay school fees direct. We pay to the school direct. So whatever be the balance, for instance, every child have 600,000 every year. So if the child's school fees is not up to 600,000, we keep the balance. When that child reach 18 years, that can run account, we open account, bank account, move all his or her balance to. Sir, you were also talking about there is no scholarship if they pay 12,000 naira. Sir, I remember maybe if you did not buy SIM card, as at when SIM card was expensive, at least you bought it when it was 10,000 naira. SIM card, sir. That SIM card, SIM, means subscribers identification module. Okay, you bought it. Me, what I give out for that 12,000 naira is called partnership identification module. So it is because people don't understand what we do. That is why they call it registration fees. Sir, that thing that SIM card, you can, if it is us, you give it back to us. We give you back your money. So that PIM you buy 12,000 naira. Sir, if you feel you don't want to continue, give it back to us. We give you back your money. So it's not a perishable product, and one is for you. And once you register, and then it is for you, another person cannot use it except you. So that when you want to return, let it be that you are the one that, and you don't need to call us, say return. You just need to opt out. You click on opt out. The system asks you, are you sure? Highest they will charge you is 2,000 naira, because you break the rule by leaving before 10 years. Okay, so it is a product that you have, our product that is with you, that costs 12,000 naira, so not registration fee. And without that partnership identification module, you can't get any benefit from the system. So I think they should correct that impression of registration fees, scholarships. This is a right. The money that is going for school fees is a right for this student. But maybe some persons, with their mentality, they will not understand. Maybe that is why they bring it down to register, get scholarship. So that is it, sir. Thank you so much.
So tomorrow now, when our balance assemble at ONTEC, I believe what you have told us here this evening is what you are going to tell them.
Yes, sir.
And I know they will ask 1,001 questions.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You might even need an interpreter.
Okay.
You do that. Okay. Because I know there are so many balance who probably cannot even read or write.
Okay.
But by their right to be balance, nobody can question them. And so they are.
Yeah.
Maybe just a handful of us are pensioners before becoming balance, like myself. Now let me give a practical example. If we still call it registration, at what age can I register maybe 1, 2, 3 children of mine? Okay. At any age between 1 and 18, I at any stage.
Okay. Okay, let me...
Because I'm thinking of the longevity now. Somebody registers at the age of 2. Another person registers at the age of 6. Another registers at the age of, say, 10 or 15. Is there any difference between their benefits? The one that registers at the age of 15 has only 3 years to remain in that scheme. 2. Okay. Whereas somebody who has registered at the age of 5 will enjoy the scheme for maybe 13 years. Will they pay the same amount to come in?
Okay, sir.
I think you won't mind me bothering.
Yes, sir. No,
because even this evening alone, only God knows how many questions I'm still going to answer on phone from various places.
Okay, sir. The truth is this, sir. At 18 years, the child moves in as adult. And, sir, we don't want to go there. The benefit for adult is too voluminous. So we believe, and we know it as I know it as I know my name, that a child that is up to 18 years, that is, even if the child enter at 10 years, at 6 years, now 18 years, is already a millionaire in the system. Now, if I have a bakery, sir, you come and give me bread, I will not appreciate it. So we stop paying school fees at 18 because already at that point, these children are millionaires, not looking for your chicken school fees again. So not that we stop school fees because we want to stop there. No, the benefit from 18 is too much. Do you understand? So there is nothing like, oh, only 2 years. Sir, school fees is like mommy welcome in this program. That mommy welcome granite. School fees payment is like mommy's welcome granite on this platform. Then when we enter the adults, that is when we enter the real thing. So now, these children that are getting school fees, they are in where we call passage or lobby, waiting for 18 years. Once they reach 18 years, they move to the real thing. So I don't think they are missing out. No, they are not missing out. They even benefit quicker than the year. Now, at what year? Except the children in the womb. If a child born today and have a name, you can register that child. Even if the child never starts school, the parents can also be taking, I think 60,000 every 3 months. Every term in favor of that child until the child starts school. All right, and then you can also change school. If you change school, you don't need to tell us. You just open your dashboard and put the present school. It will be taken. Then we channel the school fees back to, and we give the school authority the power to also communicate with us on their own platform. How much is the school fees this term, or how much increase, or how much decrease, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, we have it. So we pay it direct to the school, and the school accept it, and everybody get their receipts. That's how it is done, sir.
But since we are running free education, our pupils don't pay school fees at all.
Okay, we have handled all those issues. Like, I think we started it from a point. In public schools where they are not paying school fees, the parent will be taking 60,000 naira every term in favor of that child. Then whatever be the balance is kept for that child until when that child is 18 years. Now, after secondary school, they seek for admission, and admission in this part of the world is not always free. Okay, so those money that we keep also sometimes help out in seeking for admission for these children. That's it, sir.
You can, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
What is your sir?
Upon registration,
Yeah.
I think we still call it registration.
Yeah.
That's what we understand. You say every term, the child is entitled to 60,000 naira. Abi?
Yes. Not entitled, can be is given, not can be given, not entitled. Their entitlement is yearly. That is 600,000.
Okay.
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah. Every child.
And you look forward to having 3 million students.
No, it is not 3 million students.
Okay.
Both adults and children get to be 3 million.
3 million.
Yeah.
From what source do you get that money payable to the members?
Okay.
60,000 every term. For as many people.
Just say 600,000 every year.
Every year.
For instance, we have 1.5 million children. Then 600,000 naira comes into 1.5 million children.
Yes.
Where is the money coming?
That's my question. That's my stupid question. Or do you mean money?
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Because all of us, everybody would think it. In fact, in Port Harcourt, there was a time I was arrested. That was 2017. I was in the police station for 30 days for not being able to explain where I got the money. Not that they arrest me because I did not pay school fees, okay? For not being able to tell people where the money, comes from. Because I was so relaxed with where the money is coming from. Number one, we have products in the cloud which maybe, okay, for instance, airtime, data, solar energy, AI, 3D, and all those things are products. And these products produces money, and 99.98% of the whole world are using this product on a daily basis. And some people have less than 30 persons all over the world has claimed ownership of this product, which is to say, as we are using, the whole world is using, the real benefit goes back to less than 30 persons in the whole world. You can count them, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Alibaba. You can count them. But the users, you cannot count them. All right. So, we are now bringing in people to benefit from the dividends. So, but that is the basic, that is the foundation where the money is really coming from. Because in as much as you have PIM, Partnership Identification Model with you, sir, you have a percentage that is coming to you at your level. These students have their own percentage at their own level, working or not working. So that is where the money is coming from. Me, the only thing is that when this money, like this term, the kind of billions of naira that dropped, so it is now left for me to look this side, nobody see me, I stay, or look this side, nobody know, I run away with it. All right, because the power is given to me to do that. All right, because the money comes to me now. It is me that will say school fees, so yeah, pay or not pay. All right, so but because we are here to make sure that we make name, we change the terrain, that what other people or what comes before now, and people take advantage of that to defraud people. Let us use it to also practice the little values that our parents have given to us. So that is the foundation. So initially, sir, I was not also being able, because in this environment, I did not go to that level where I really know where this money is coming from. So I was not able to explain it to police. So I was in their net for 30 days. So at the end of the day, after paying money, blah, 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 they left me. I go. So one of them called me and said, "You are not diplomatic." He said, "You see this business, go and do this business diplomatically." So I came back home. Sir, as I'm talking to you now, we have some fish farms, we have hospital, we have schools, we have businesses, which if you ask me, say, what are you doing? As a layman, I will tell you that is our hospital, that is our school, that is our fish farm, that is our crops farm, that is thing that is generating money, that is our restaurant, that is our eatery. And yet, I know the government metaverse again, go tell police and metaverse where the money is coming from. So they always see this physical thing. I think that is where we are. And then this physical businesses also help us in case of any eventuality. I will not give story. And we are also still building more. Sir, you were asking, you were also saying something about the children, that the parents do not have 12,000 naira. So that is why we also allow people that have hand to come in and tell us, we will do for 10 persons, we will do for 12 persons, we will do for 1,000. We have so many politicians. It is even because of this business I know that we have so many good politicians who came. This one say, can I do 3,000 in my constituency? This one say, can I do 5,000 in my constituency? So with that, we now look forward to these ones that don't have hand, the parents don't have hand. So we just use that to help our participation. Thank you so much, sir.
Well, finally, I want to welcome you here once again.
Thank you, sir.
And I hope at the end of our meeting tomorrow, you will have been able to explain in detail to very many of our balance who are likely to be there tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah. And I'm sure once they do understand, I know many of them will participate. Many will look for sponsors again to pay on behalf of their own children. And I think once that is done, the project goes on. So I want to pray that by God's grace, you won't fall by the wayside. Because it's one thing to start a project. It's another to accomplish the benefits of that project. As it is now, like you have just mentioned, the police wanted to stalemate your intention, your plans, if not because you adopted diplomacy, like somebody called it, and you are able to get out of their net. Still, I know in our current society today, there will still be so many people who will turn themselves into a questionnaire like me. They'll be asking a lot of questions. And unless you use diplomacy, you may not be able to convince all of them.
Yeah.
So continue with the philosophy of diplomacy.
Thank you so much, sir. May the Lord continue to bless with you. We want to start going now and go and be preparing for tomorrow.
I think the meeting starts by 12.
12 noon, yes, 12 noon tomorrow. So you can just let's have a good picture with you.
ẹ̀wọ̀n wọ̀nyí sẹ́yìn Trisonet a máa kó níyàwó sọfà àtẹ́bá ti ní ilé tó pọ̀ sí àgbàlá náà kí la ti ń ṣe tí ó bèrè wọ̀ sí lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí bàbá mi Alábì Kọ́lá gbogbo ọ̀la bàbá lásìkábọ̀ tí ń tó mi balẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n kí n tó kí wọn níbi ìbálẹ̀ àwọn ni wọ́n fà wá ní tẹ̀tẹ̀ àgbékọ́rù gbogbo ní wákàtí tó ní sẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ a sì tún wà lọ́wọ́ àgbékọ́rù àìdágbọ́nà ṣùgbọ́n torí pé wọ́n ní báyìí kọ̀ọ̀tìníò à ń tẹ̀síwájú kí n tó kí gbogbo balẹ̀ ẹ̀ náà nínú bàbá wa ní sísè kábíyèsà àwọn afẹ́ kí díje ẹ̀dá àgbẹ̀ká wọlé orí òjò ìpínlẹ̀ òjò káwọ ẹnu iṣẹ́ yá ẹ má bínú orí òjò ìbàbá gbé bí ni ṣùgbọ́n ìpínlẹ̀ wa ju gbogbo wa lọ láti ní láti dìde kákan orí òjò ìpínlẹ̀ òjò èyí tá a mọ̀ sí iṣẹ́ yá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí gbogbo àwọn àtẹ̀gbá pé báyìí sí o ẹ̀dá pọ̀ sí báyìí sí o sáwọn àtàwé yìí náà wà ní títí gbé o sáwọn àtàwé yìí wà ní títí gbé o ọyá ìjà náà jẹ̀bú ẹ̀wẹ̀ ṣe àwọn àdàwọ̀ àjẹ̀bú dà ẹ̀wẹ̀ ṣe àwọn ìjẹ̀bú ti ìdánwọ́ àwọn ìjẹ̀bú ìdánwọ́ díje ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká sáré lọ nínú orí òjò ìpínlẹ̀ òjò. Ẹ dàpọ̀ lẹ́yìn tá a bá ti ṣe yẹn tán mi ò lọ́ra àkókò mọ́ torí pé mo mọ̀ pé ọ̀nà pọ̀ ìlú tẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn kọ̀ọ̀kan ilé bàbá tẹ wà níkàlẹ̀ á gbọ́dọ̀ lọ́ra àkókò lórúkọ ẹgbẹ́jọ́ ọ̀gá wa pátápátá nílé iṣẹ́ Trisonet Metaverse Community ọ̀gá wa evangelist happiness ẹ̀tọ́ lómi gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ wa dìde nígbà táwọn ọmọ ọmọ ní oṣù ìgbẹ́lẹ̀ òkú àwọn ẹbí ẹgbẹ́ láti di nínú ẹ̀sẹ̀ wa.
Eke tẹ̀wọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká jókòó ẹ jẹ́ ká jókòó ẹ jẹ́ ká jókòó. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n sọ.
Nínú àjọ aláàánú àjọ tó ṣe tán láti rí pé kò sí ọmọ mẹ̀kúnnù tí ò ní kàwé àjọ tí wọ́n sọ pé olówó nìkan kọ́ ni ẹ̀kọ́ wà fún àjọ tí wọ́n náà wọ̀ pé báwọn ọmọ bá máa ń retí ìdíri ẹ̀dàgbẹ̀dà pàtàkì fún wọn. Ayé tí wọ́n ń jẹ nínú ìbò ó ti fẹ́ tẹ̀ wá báyìí tí wọ́n bá bí ọmọ nínú ìbò láti ọmọ ọdún kan títí di ọmọ ọdún mẹ́tàdínlógún ó ní iye tí wọ́n wọlé sínú àpò wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àtẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ yìí bàbá ó wọ̀ ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yìí bàbá lẹ́sìn tíwáàbù ẹ láwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa àwọn àbúrò wa tó wà lọ́wọ́ ṣé mo parọ́ sà ṣùgbọ́n lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n ní àwọn ọ̀dọ́gbọ̀n owó wà Nàìjíríà ni àmọ́ báwọn ọmọ wa ti fẹ́ lówó kẹ́ẹ̀dé lọ́wọ́ òyìnbó tí ó tó lè dé ní tó bá dé bí bá wọn lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ mo lọ́dọ̀ òyìnbó wọ́n làwọn bí mo lè bí ọkọ̀ tó wà ní Nàìjíríà tó o bá lọ púpọ̀ ọ̀gbọ́n dálẹ̀ débi bá dé ìyọ́gbà gbé gbọ́gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a sì sí owó débi gba kò sí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì owó sọ̀rọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n àti fẹ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ torí pé àwọn àjọ wọ́n ní láti ọmọ ọdún kan títí di ọmọ ọdún mẹ́tàdínlógún wọ́n ní wọ́n mọ̀ sanwó ilé ìwé wọn. Kì í wá sí pé wọ́n sanwó ilé ìwé nìkan. Owó tí a sọ yìí èyí tó bá kù lọ́mọ wà ló àpò àwọn ọmọ yìí ẹ bá kó ọ láti ọmọ lórí ilé ìwé náà. Kí n tó lọ síwájú ẹgbẹ́ kí n máa pe president Ogun State Council of Baálẹ̀ kí wọ́n máa bọ̀ lórí ITV bàbá wa ITV tó yí Fámọlá gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ká máa tó bọ̀ sọ pé àárọ̀ ẹ̀sìn bọ̀ àti ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí láti máa jẹ gbèsè kalẹ̀ bí àjọ tí àjọ bá wá bọ́ sí mọ́ ẹgbẹ́ ìdọ́gbẹ́jọ́ fẹ́ gbàjọ ó lè dákú. Torí kò ti fọkàn sí eléyìí ní Trisonet tí wọ́n mú wá ní pé bá a ti wà yìí àwọn lè máa fún wa ní tó máa tó wa lò ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n jẹ́ owó ìlàsí ní ìwú sí. Èyí tó kọ́kọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ lóko ni pé ìdí ìgbòlówó ẹ̀yìn bàbá wa òun náà lọ́rọ́ wa. Tí ẹ bá sọ ló tẹ́lẹ̀ ní ìdí ọmọ ilé ìwé ọ̀pẹ yìí bàbá yìí lẹ́ẹ̀bá ti ra jẹ́ẹ̀tì. Ẹlòmíì ta ilé lọ́mọ ilé ìwé ni bẹ́ẹ̀ dà bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Ẹlòmíì ta ilẹ̀ lọ́mọ ilé ìwé ni bẹ́ẹ̀ dà bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n àdúgbò bẹ́ẹ̀ jáde lọ́mọ ilé ìwé ẹ̀kọ́ láyé láti ọwọ́ sà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá jáde lọ́mọ ilé ìwé ẹnì kò ní mọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n náà tó di ẹsẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ abáyé dúpẹ́. Torí pé gbogbo nǹkan ní máa ń lọ sí ìpadà ó ní máa ń padà sí orí èèyàn. Ẹni ọjà lórí ọgbà ní ẹjọ́ pẹ̀lú oṣù ìgbéta ó ní padà ní. Òun wà sẹ́wẹ̀ kò ní lọ́wọ́ olùdíje. Kò sí lórí kìíní lórí tó tó ní lọ́sà tó tó lè lọ́mọ lọ́wọ́ sí àlùmí. Wọ́n lé lè wọ́n yọ wá pé lórí ìlà ìlú wàhálà. Wọ́n ní nínú ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì. Wọ́n wá ní ìpínlẹ̀ kò sí lọ́wọ́ ọba kò sí lọ́wọ́ gómìnà kò sí lọ́wọ́ alága káńsù wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn balẹ̀ ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Ìdí àtìkú wọn ni pé alága káńsù àdúgbò kan ló ti jáde bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Tí ọba ti jáde balẹ̀ kan ní ìṣàkóso ti kọ́ wà. Kọ́dà alága ti ń bẹ káńsù balẹ̀ kan ní ti balẹ̀ ládùúgbò rẹ̀. Kò lè torí kó di alága tó ní ìlú sí balẹ̀. Torí kó tó di alága ní balẹ̀ ti wà. Tọ́ba tó kú òdìbò balẹ̀ sì tó wà. Ẹ bá gbàdúrà kó fẹ̀sẹ̀ lẹ̀ Yorùbá. Tí ọba sí eléyìí òfin orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ọba ti báyìí kábẹ̀ bọ̀wọ̀ fẹ́yìn bàbá mọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n torí pé ayé la bá ayé la bì sí olódìbọ̀wọ̀ tó ṣe wà fẹ́yìn balẹ̀. Wọ́n wá ní kí ọba ti sí fẹ́yìn balẹ̀ fọwọ́ sí i. Wọ́n lé tó yóò lé rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ fọwọ́ sí àbẹ́ ẹ fọwọ́ sí i. Torí ìjọba sáṣẹ́ ní pé wọ́n bẹ̀ tọ̀ wá lórí. Ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó bá ti ní ẹ̀rú ọ̀sẹ̀ náà sọ ẹ bá tó lẹ́yìn bàbá o. Èyí ọ̀gá náà ní ìkàwé náà lọ sọ òru onígbàjẹ́ fún yín. Ìdílé náà ti lè ta wá yẹ̀kú ẹ̀ lórí ọ̀pọ̀ báyìí. Nígbà ọ̀rọ̀ kí ni káàbọ̀ ilé ìjọba gbọ́ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tó jẹ́ kọ́ndínétọ̀ wa ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn nínú àjọ Trisonet Metaverse Community. Ambassador Saheed Ọládiméjì ó yẹ pé àwọn ènìyàn rò pé káàkiri ẹ̀yìn bàbá wa ẹ bá yọ fún wọn ní àtẹ́wọ́ nígbà tí wọ́n wá kí wa káàbọ̀ tó bá ti tó àkókò ṣùgbọ́n kó tó tó àkókò ni ẹ jẹ́ kí díje tó bá gbé sókè tó pọ̀.
Ẹni bá ṣe wọ́n ti wà àṣìṣe ó yẹ káàkiri ọmọ ọ̀dà ọ̀hún. Àwọn ìdílé bá ọmọ tó ṣe bá ti rí o. àwọn musamọ́sọ́mọ́dé túnú àwọn tajẹ́ fìlà ní àwọn olùgbọ́dún kẹtọ́jú lukman ọmọ ti kú omi ìgbòho. lọ́jọ́ bàbá ìbùkún méjì ẹgbẹ́ kábàkà ọ̀rẹ́ àwọn olóògbé yàwó ọmọ àbọ̀ má ṣe fún òun àgbàfẹ́ òṣè ọkọ̀ tìbọ̀ kéda ńlá àgbàdo òṣè ọlọ́pàá pàkí ọmọ àbọ̀ má ṣe fún òun mélòó bàbá bíjẹ́ bí ọmọdé fún wájú ẹ̀kọ́ òṣàwọ̀ àyíndé wá sí ìgbòho yẹn ṣọ́ ìjọ pẹ̀lú bíjẹ́ bí kẹ́bí mi èṣù ìkan bèbí ẹ bá mi tọ́jú ṣẹ́gun ọkọ̀ torí ọ̀la ọkọ̀ tọ́lọ́wọ́ fún mi bàbá aláṣẹ lẹ́gẹ̀sì àwọn ọmọ lóyàdé àwọn tèmi àyíké wá sí yóò bí sí àdédé ìgbà wọn tó ṣe gbogbo ìyẹn kú ọdún ọkọ̀ fún mi bèbí ẹ bá mi tọ́jú ọkọ̀ fáyọ̀ sọ́kọ̀ tó kú yẹn sí ẹ bá mi tọ́jú táyọ̀ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀bí táyọ̀ ọkọ̀ tọ́lọ́sùn kan mi yóò rí àwọn àdúgbò.
Ẹ máa bọ̀ wá, ẹ máa ní àwọn tó gbé balẹ̀ ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ àwọn balẹ̀. Ever King of Lagos. You are welcome. Very simple, awesome, handsome. Okay, you. Abakasa. You are welcome, sir. Yes, sir. You are welcome. All right. Láti tẹ̀jọ́, ẹ jẹ́ kí Ambassador Saheed Ọlájídéjì tí wọ́n máa bọ̀ Saheed Salami Saheed Ọlájídéjì tí wọ́n jẹ́ Ogun State Coordinator of Trisonet Metaverse Community. Ẹ bá mi kó ní àtẹ̀wọ́ bí wọ́n ti ń bọ̀ yẹn. Yes, ẹni tó jẹ́ kí wọ́n ronú náà wá lógun state rí. Òun ló jẹ́ kó lára náà lè di àǹfààní. Ẹni tó bá sì fún àǹfààní wá ẹni ká kú náà ẹni tó kú ní dáadáa. Yes, ọ̀gá mi kà. Olùdarí alákòóso aláwòrán ẹni tó mọ àǹfààní tó ló lọ gbogbo wa wá evangelist happiness ẹ̀kọ́ the CEO Trisonet Metaverse Community Nigeria and worldwide ẹ̀dá pẹ̀lú káfí wọn ní àjẹwọ́ lórí àgbàdo wọn ti ń bọ̀ ẹ̀dá the coordinator of successful journey that everyone is embarking on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do something together for the CEO himself, very active, handsome, wonderful, presentable. Yes, that's the man. The man who is thinking, thinking about the progress of our children, about the success of this country, and not just thinking about how we can make it in life. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the yes. Also, the is the vice president, Pastor Isaiah Emmanuel Ebio. Pastor Isaiah Emmanuel Ebio. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we are going. He is one of the big behind the Trisonet. Yes, thank you, sir. You are the yes, you are. That's what you are. Also to be honored and invited to the is